Hola, buenos dias. Hello, good morning. Electronic road systems going through its connection energy vibration systems. We're in the motion detector systems, understanding your electronic division where it goes on pixel division, activation code systems. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you very much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. It's very important to know these things because our mind has conceptual systems when it comes to answering patterns. So it's understanding how to communicate from one another through the human mind and the human brain, but it's also understanding when the mind comes out of its system through space and it tries to get its connection. It's trying to interforce everything through relation when it comes to friendship, relation, partnership. So you have to get partnership with everything with its condensing motion systems, okay? Because the more you travel, the more the high rise of its division, your light system will go on through its connection energy waving patterns, through its pixel activation code system. Because you're a sensory light division, understanding your motion detectors that are connected through the hydraulic systems is very, very powerful stuff. So you're walking into a building and the alarm will go off because you're not reaching the heat signatures through its volumes because it has so many signature line signals. Because you have to understand the hydraulics of the circuitry system when you come into a DNA structure of shapes, letters, and numbers and how it connects through a planet system. So when you arrive on that planet system, you have to know its gravitational pull. You have to know everything through its oxygen levels. You have to know intelligence of its energy through its vibration. You have to know instant energetic patterns. You have to know the hydraulics. You have to know the circuitries of its mind and intelligence systems. You have to know everything through its connection. Then you understand its motion detector systems. That's where you understand the heat signatures because of volumes and so many pixel activation coloration patterns. That's where you get into the magic grids because it high rises everything through the heat signature system. Okay. And it keeps high rising faster and faster and faster. So the more you understand through your motion detectors, the more you understand your pixel activation through your body simulator. So again, thank you very much. Welcome to my channel as I keep you informed what's going on right now through the mind system. So it's understanding how to get full collaboration with everything through the hydraulics and circuitry systems. Now you guys are getting a lot smarter, the ones that are in provisions through space connection its mind system. You guys are asking questions about fascinating stuff. So the fact is that you're seeing these things inside your system. Your hydraulic system is extremely real through its activation modes, through the electronics, through its electricity, everything through its connection. Okay? So it's very important that not just seeing things, but you're also hearing the vibration. Okay? Because vibration is everything through the motion detectors. Because once you get into the sensory division, okay, you understand plantation device systems because it rotates in so many cycle divisions. All right? Very powerful stuff. So, like I said, we're in the comfort zone through its connection energy zone, and that zone is going through its motion detectors. Okay, so you go through my PayPal account and uprise your division through your motion detector systems. That means when you travel through a structure system, through a planet system, gravitational pull system, that's going to uprise everything through your line communication and your singularity lines, and everything through its location, through its perception of divisions. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so let's just basically start off with you. Okay, and this is understanding that you're a wall structuring unit system. Okay, so it's paraphrasing everything so you communicate. I'm going to force one of my connections and show you exactly what it is when you go through these connection levels. Okay, so you're trying to communicate with this wall centering system. Okay, so you start off like that, right? Now, everything through is paraphrasing unit. These are two parallels, all right? Everything in between is your division. Okay, so you have sonar vision. Okay, so it goes like this. So it's a motion detector, okay, like that. All right. Now that motion detector goes into its active system. Okay. So it's electronics that goes into its center, and it point divides everything into its communication levels. All right. So now it's interforce connections right now through its parallels. Once you get into a dimension, once you understand its activation, this is going to set off its division through its motion sensors. So the motion sensors through each line communication, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 divisional levels of gravitation of dimensional Earth system that's connected through its circuitry level systems of its wall graphing system. Okay, so you understand the atom system, which is here. All right, so like I said, you guys are not just seeing these things, you're feeling them. You're understanding what vibration is. Oh, my motion detectors need to be corrected. Oh, my sensory division has to be high rise. Oh, my atom system has to change its coloration through all volumes of its continuous force system. Okay, so it's understanding your gravitation. Okay, which just basically goes around you. Okay, like this. It's very powerful stuff. All right. So it goes around you. It sets its corners in its center. So understand that the gravitational pull has its own atom system. Okay, so it goes up to join. Okay. So if it's on a 4-divisional level, okay, 5 within the system, then it understands the gravitational pull has to know what's going on through its information panels. That's where you get into the motion detectors. Okay, motion. So it's understand your pixel division detectors. Okay, because your body system is connected through heat signatures, right? So the gravitational pull is its connection, right? And what it does is it changes its direction. Force wins everything through calculation, right? So it's understanding it's connecting through you, right? So when it connects through you, it goes through cycles and circles. It's very powerful stuff. Okay, this is what you see through your hand formations when you're in its perception. Okay, so you're changing direction through gravitational pull system, changing the atom system. So you're putting electrolytes, everything through its connection of its motion detectors. And those motion detectors is extremely sensitive through vibration systems. So you have to understand their circuitry levels. So you have to understand line division, where this is in the different dimensions, right? Remember last time we talked about that too with back freezing video system. So line division of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 parallel division levels through its paraphrasing system to its motion detector system, high rise its light system. Okay, so it's communication airwaving patterns through its gravitation. Okay, so that's electronic interference that's connecting through its ground formation systems. That atom system is becoming extremely real to its location centers. Okay, so once it connects, it becomes a heat signature. Okay, so it's all about traveling faster and faster, and understand when you get into electronic interference of all planets and energy, and especially intelligent systems, star systems, star mecha systems, star energy light systems, star volumes of continuous force of dimension systems. Everything has a high rise through the motion detectors. Everything is connected, okay, through the ground formations, behind formations. Okay. So once it connects with that, then you understand its power, you understand its connection, you understand its electronic experience, you understand its interception mode systems, you understand friendship, relation, partnership with your atom system. Okay? So that's where we start off. All right? So once you get into the heat signatures, now you understand your division levels. So you can communicate in all levels, and basically, this is fascinating stuff. So when you get interforce connection, you can back freeze your system. Okay, like this. Okay, I'm showing you. It's kind of like this. Remember I was telling you about the line signals, how very important, how it goes back? It looks like it's going back, but it's going forward. Okay, this is going forward. This is going forward, okay, because you're in a higher dimension. So you can either paraphrase through the force recognition of force and the force recognition of back. So you can be in 2 set different divisional levels of motion detectors through its heat signature. Okay, so let's just say you want to paraphrase your unit system and go back into its transformation light system, go on to another location system. So all these lines, okay, is going to go in this dimension right here. Okay, so you can decide either to go here or you can go here. It doesn't matter. You make a choice because that's high rise in your division through location centers, right? Those location centers are extremely real through the body system. Okay, it's understanding where you're coming through your cross reference, 3 activation modes, and your portal activation code systems. So you got 3 divisional levels, circuit rotations in one body. Now you can uprise that and go into higher division, or you can stay at a lower frequency level to a higher dimension. It all depends on your vibration signals when you come into the motion detectors through the heat signatures. Okay, so basically you're going to paraphrase your unit system through its all communications of its mind graphing system. Okay, right. So that's what can happen. You can use that once you have full continuous force and you have its gravitational pull through its heat signatures, and you understand its balance through its gravity center, and you understand its motion detector through its ceiling, through its fraction division. Then you can locate to a higher dimension and go into a division of another dimension. Okay. It's extremely, extremely powerful stuff. And not only that, but it opens its center. Okay, like that. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. I'll color it in red so you can understand what's going on through its transmission light system. So basically, let's just do this so you can actually see it. Okay. All right. So now basically you're from here and you got its balance through its ceiling motion system, through motion detectors, through its light system. The light system is high rising the heat signature through its balance of its gravitation, through its force winding cycles of circular rotation. See the hand formation through its connection members, electronic interference that connects, and then you sidewind your angles through your line communication of line signals. That line signals goes into its activation of portal system to its pixel division through its activation color system. Then it puts you in a dimension, okay, of a higher formation of a coloration system. Okay. Now, when you wind force your connection and you go through, your pixel division changes its colors. Okay, that's what happens. So basically, you kind of get sucked in. Okay, and you go, it cross references. The reason why it cross references is because now it's communicating on all levels of your heat signature. Okay, it's extremely powerful stuff when you see these things. Okay, so basically it's taking you in, right? It's taking you into the dimension through its central core system, its atom system. Okay, so it's high rising your divisions and you're communicating at higher levels to the mind grabbing system. That's what it's all about, right? So you understand everything through its center core division and everything through its transformation light systems. So that's what happens, okay, through you. So you start here through its balance. You work your way up to your motion detectors, understand communication levels of electronic interference through the heat signatures, through its connection of its balance to its gravitation. Once you understand that, you can change the line signals of pixel activation and go into a higher division of dimensional set system. Okay, it's very powerful stuff, but everything is connected to the transformation lights. Okay, so I'll show you this one more time. All right, it's extremely powerful stuff. Okay, so it's kind of like communicating with the mind, opening the mind, conversations with the mind. Everything is communication with the mind because the mind is everything through its connection when it comes to space and time. Okay, so one thing I like to bring to everybody too is I was watching, it's pretty fascinating what Einstein created, relativity and everything through light force and everything through its connection of its gravitational pull system and how everything bends through its reality. I don't like bend reality, okay? Bend reality is not space and time, okay? We'll get into that in another video, but I'm just showing you that they were going through line communication from the very basics. This is basic beginners. This is understanding Einstein's theory of his energetic waving pattern when it comes to electronic interference, when it comes to line communication of space of interforce connection systems. So they started off with a box. It's extremely powerful stuff what they were doing. I was pretty fascinating, you know, because Einstein's theory is true to one's nature. It's just that he collaborated his system. He couldn't understand the pixel activation. He couldn't understand his mind system, but he understood what he was drawing. He just couldn't put it together. Right? But everything formulates through your body system of E equals MC square. Okay? E equals MC square. Right? This is volumes of space and time. Okay? That's the connection to everything through your body simulator. You use this every single day when you portal through activation of code systems at E equals M. We know what energy is. We know its equation through its paraphrasing when it comes into everything is a paradigm shift. So you understand the paradigm shift, then you understand the mass through this calculation through its box surfacing system. Okay, so basically this is how it starts. All right, they did a little picture. Okay, now this is what they started off with the energy fields. This is what I was understanding, the basic understanding through its gravitation. Gravitation. Okay, it's always under, you have to understand circular rotation. It's very powerful stuff. Okay, now when you get into gravitation, now, this is what you call the G-force. Remember we talked about that when you get in the galactic system, the G-force, the galactic, anything through its connection, okay, through its galaxy system, its gravity systems, okay, through the body of its transformation lights of the body simulator systems. Okay, so you have the G-force up. Okay, all right, or you have the G-force down. Okay, so that's totally understanding what's going on through its atmosphere systems. Okay, so that's basically going into the quantum physics. So basically, I'm going to make it a lot more quicker. So instead of line dividing everything through its biofrequency system, this is what humans were trying to do. Okay, they were trying to do this, understanding how to go from here to here to here. All right. So every time this high rises through its galaxy system, through its gravity center, it changes location system, its gravity system, to its location of its body simulator. Okay, it changes everything through location, and it goes up. Okay, and it goes up. Okay, so I'm doing a basic diagram here for everybody. This is low basic for me, but I'm just showing you how everything goes up. Okay, so it's not bending reality. Okay, it's just changing the mind graphing system. Okay, so it's understanding interforce connection where it has the G-force of up and the G-force down. Okay, because it's gravity centers through the galaxy system. So it's understanding how to travel through galaxies of dimensions. Okay, galaxies. Okay, of dimensions. Okay. Now, once you understand how to travel through gravitational pull systems, a galaxy of dimensions, then everybody's going to understand what E equals mc squared means. Okay. Hey, Terry Fobbs, how you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year. I say Happy New Year because I've never met you before, but you're new information panel division. Your light formations are in a continued force system, but it's great to see you. So the gravitational pull changes everything location centers. Now everything's connected through the dimensional Earth. You want to understand that, you understand E equals mc squared is its connection through the galaxy of dimensional set systems. This is how you don't go into the bend of its reality. It's understanding what the G-force is up and down. So everything through the center is you through the body simulator. Okay, because that cross-references everything through its calculation of E equals mc squared. Okay, galaxies of dimensions. Okay. Now, I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention because you're starting to understand, right? I like to go through the YouTube channel. So I transformation my light system through the mind graphing system. I do locators. A locator is understanding everything through its archive system of the mind graphing brain waving system, because the brain wave system is on all galaxies of location systems through space and time systems. Space and time is its connection through E equals mc squared. You just have to understand its calibration. You have to understand its distance. Okay. One, it comes to calculation, mass, energy, because energy could volume on so many levels of line frequency line systems, line space connection vibration systems, or energy through all location systems. Okay. Through all energy of intelligent vibration systems. So it's very important to understand these things. Okay. All right. So one more time looking at that. Okay. But that's what everybody was trying to understand. It's not bend of reality. It's just changing the mind frame and system. So it's knowing how to communicate with the mind inside and out. Okay, you have to communicate with the mind. You have to communicate everything through its energy of its cycle of its mind. You have to communicate with its electricity of its mind. So everything inside, once you understand the depth and how powerful the mind is, everything through its conception becomes its reality. Okay, the bending only comes into higher dimensions of formations when you're traveling. So when you're traveling, it's bending its gravity grids. Okay, you have to watch Space Discoveries. And I show you how I take my locators and everything through the energy system, through its graphing system of its mind capacitor system. Okay, it high rises its division. So it's kind of like how rockets go into space. Okay, it changes its altitude of its atmospheres, right? And once it goes higher and higher, it breaks off and then glides into space because it changes gravity system. So it's understanding the G-force is changing from its dimensional Earth, where it's high rise in its division through its G-force of its connection to galaxies of higher dimensions. Okay, through E equals mc squared. Okay, so Einstein was incredibly smart. He couldn't understand what was going on, right? So he was telegraphing his energy cycles, okay, through his energy patterns, through his mind system. He's extremely exceptional information panel system. Okay, his theory was right. Okay, I'm just showing you how you bring things forward through E equals mc squared, because that volumes everything. Okay, it's the most powerful energy cycle system through energies of vibration systems of E is energy, everything through its equation, paraphrasing. Okay, so we understand this. This volumes on so many levels of energy of electronic interference. This is not just a connection of an equal sign. Okay, equal is its equation to letters, numbers, and shapes, and how they form into the matrix grid system through alignments through the voicing grid systems. Okay, these are paraphylons of a paradigm. This is mass. Okay, mass of everything through its location of its weight conceptions. Right, and then you have calculation, and then you have square. Right, so it's understanding everything through the square is you through the transformation light of its body simulator system, of its galaxy going up or the galaxy going down, through its full balance of its gravitation, through its galaxies of dimensions. Okay? So, Bridget, how's it going? So if you're getting reaction to your motion sensors of your vibration systems, your transformations are going to change through the galaxies and everything through its connection, its pixel activation codes. It's very important that you go to my PayPal account. Every single time I change the video confirmation to video transmissions, you have to understand what's going on, okay? So it's understanding how to communicate with the mind and how to change the paraphrasing units of its mind. So it's understanding you're communicating with the mind fully and completely, okay? Your connection to your energy cycles is understanding space connection through its time frequency levels of its portal activation code systems. The mind is the most powerful thing. I'll say that again and again and again. Now, once you understand how to communicate with the end of its mind system, then you know everything through the hydraulics of its line system. Okay, that's how we communicate throughout lines, right? So this is a line, right? But it all depends on where it is through its division. You already know that. Now, that could be a line, that could be a straight lacing line, that could be a communication line through a frequency line signal, everything through a line of a fragmentation line signal, high rising grids to a line communication of a space signal. Okay, I said line at every single communication level through an interforce connection when it came to the mind system. The mind is the most powerful thing you consume. So it's understanding how to communicate, how to have a conversation with your mind. Okay, if you can talk out loud and communicate with yourself and talk to yourself, you should be able to talk to yourself within. That's where it comes through. Its involvements through the chronological order of its line communication, of its line signal, through its pace of its identified. Once you identify yourself through the mind system, you understand full collaboration of your body simulator system. Then you understand its connection through its weather patterns. Then you understand its pixel activation. Then you understand its alignments through its voicing grids. Then you understand your transformation lights. Then you understand your energy cycles through its energy fields, through the force recognition of rotation systems through the body simulator systems. Okay? But that's what that is. Okay? Now, everybody else, it's just a line, right? Now, if it's in a simulation, it's gone, but it's not gone. It's still there. You just can't see it because it's not at your perception, right? So understanding that your body simulator is trying to activate its mode and everything through its motion sensors, through its light communication light signals. Once you high rise through its mind system, it's all important to know these things through the hologram system, because I'm trying to take everybody's vibration of a hologram through communication of a diamond system to location centers, okay, to the dimensional earth. Once we get into that location center of its vibrational signal, everybody will become a holographic system. It's extremely powerful stuff when it comes to the pixel of its resolution system, okay? That's what the mind is, and that's what it does. So try to do an experiment. Try to communicate within. That's what meditation is opening up your mind, okay? Okay, has anybody seen the movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I like to give examples when it comes to movies. When he was trying to figure out himself, if he was in reality or if he was on Earth, he wasn't sure where he was, but he knew he was on Mars, right? He knew he was on Mars from a dream, but that dream was real. So they just erased his brain system through the hydraulic system, changed everything through the fragmentation line systems of the pixel activation code systems. So it's understanding that the mind can do so many things through dimensional vibration systems. Okay, we call them energy locators. Energy locators understand its division through its line of its dimension. And that dimension is on high rise division through positive or negative. So if your dream set your frequency system, you can understand that if you were on Mars, they changed the fractal division and erased everything through the locator system. Okay, that's what it is. So it's wiping out all your dreams. And then what that does is it changes everything's location, changes your new vibration through a pixel activation, changes your DNA structure through a particle system, and now you're a different person. Okay, so that's what happened with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was in Total Recall. And then when he came to mind conception, then he understood that he was on Mars, everything through reality was coming in. So it's backphrasing everything through its units, through its hydraulics and its circuitry system, overloading everything through the microscopic system. Okay, the microscopic system is its center point where it circulates and rotates. Okay, it's a center division through a nerve system. That nerve system, its balance system, it packs through its activations when it comes to pixel activation modes. That changes colors of patterns and everything through formation through gravity system. Okay, because gravity is extremely powerful when it comes to force. So you have to force recognize everything through your body simulator. That's where you get into E equals MC squared. Okay, but you really have to understand your calculations, modifications, energy, mass, and calibration. That's how you communicate through the mind system. So try to have a conversation with your mind. Anything you want to know through communication levels, let me know. Help you, guide you in any way and form. Please feel free to go to my PayPal account because everything through transformation lights is going to change through your hydraulic system. You're going to have reactions to star systems now. You're going to have reactions to your body systems, of rotation systems. You're going to have activation code systems that are going to go through transformations of communication line signals. Everything's going to happen right now through the body simulator. Okay, so it's answering patterns through dimensional Earth. Because if that dimensional keeps high rising, everybody is on a low rising, what's going to happen? Everything through your body frequencies is going to have a total reaction through a reverberation code system. That reverberation code system is going to change everything through gravity centers and through your perceptions. So it's going to change everything through vibration of rotation systems. It's going to high rise your illumination lights, but it's going to overload your system through circuitry levels. That's why everybody's got to go to my PayPal account so they can get healed. So the mind is extremely real, ladies and gentlemen. It's going beyond anything of space and time. So it's going to be a fun ride, but it's going to be a crazy ride. So, but that's what it is. I just want to let everybody know how things are forming a lot quicker. All right. So new people that come onto my channel, they're not going to understand anything through its information because everything is connected through the mind, because it's a conversation of the mind through the hydraulics of the circuitry and everything through when it comes to the electrolytes. Electrolyte is understanding how to form everything through circular rotation through pixel activation code system. That high rise is its metal force. That metal force, I'm changing everything location center. So I'm giving you different fraction division through vocabulary systems. So metal force is understanding your hydraulics and the circuitry levels, because it wind spins your system through the hydraulic system, and that hydraulic system high rises its gravity system, okay, where it locates everything through the planet, vibration, intelligent energy vibration, communication of major grid systems. So it's extremely powerful stuff, right? So yeah, it's opening the space for existence, but it does a lot more than that. It's understanding how to communicate fully with your mind system through the inner force. Okay, so you have to know how to communicate with the mind in. So think of a thought, have it in your mind, use the mind and communicate with it. So you want to communicate with anti-force connection of a triangular base of a square system. Line communicates through a spirit of an activation code system that changes transformation lights. Everything I give you through shapes, letters, numbers is connected through emotion of conversations. That's how powerful the mind is. Okay? Because I could sidewind my angles, change location centers, and communicate with all communication levels of planet energy and vibration systems. So it's understanding how to communicate with the mind within. Okay, because it's conversations within every single day through the mind. Because the mind just knows how to communicate with everything through vibration. That's what it is. And every time it high rises, it's changing its direction. It's changing. That's where you get into the bend of its reality. Okay? You don't start off with the bend of reality. Yes, you have recoding method. Okay, then you go. Now, I'm going to backphrase a unit system through video transmission light system and show you exactly what goes on. You go through the awakening. Okay, now everybody's calling it the culturescape. Okay, the culturescape is understanding you and your significance of you through its upwinding cycle division, where you come into the body simulator or the body system. So your lights come out, poof, right? All of a sudden you're awake. You're in a dimensional set through a planet division where it activates your code system. That's where you get into decoding. So you're changing everything through its reality system. Okay. So once you get into the atmospheres, okay, then you understand everything through dimensions and how you can take your communication levels. Then it becomes bend reality because you're changing light communication through the gravity grids. That gravity grids is changing alignments through your voicing grids every time you communicate. Okay. So you're traveling through a mechanism of traveling mechanisms. Okay. And those mechanisms are high forcing everything through connection when it comes to the interforce of everything interrelation to its interception. Okay. Because you're voluming everything through the body simulator and trying to get partnership with everything through vibration. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. That's exactly what it is. It's a decoding method. It's understanding how to change everything through your DNA structure and how you can become who you're supposed to become. And then you involve yourself through your planet, and then you expand, and then you go around its atmospheres. Get to use to everything through space and time and what is connected through space and time. Okay? Because a lot of people get the wrong idea what space is. Okay? And a lot of people can't see it through the naked eye. You see it through a telescope, but that only divides everything through its connection from here to here. It's understanding when you're in the higher self, you can see everything through space and time. You can see how everything connects through its vibration of the signals. Because you get into the radioactive signal, you understand your line communication through space and time, then you get into the gamma rays, then you get into the helix, then you get into the hydrant, then you get into the hedron. Okay? It's understanding everything's location through the gravity system. So even though you're on dimensional Earth, you have to understand its gravitation because it changes every single time. Okay, so your box phrasing system through communication of G-force that goes up or G-force that goes down. So you understand your communication of balance through your body simulator. But if you're wind forcing your connection, that's how you high rise your division because now your body simulator is understanding its answering pattern through its mind system. Okay. So. Yeah, I know. Another wow. Like I said, Melissa, my videos are going to get more powerful and more powerful. And see, there's a time sequence, there's a time code. I am space. I live in space. I do things in space. I work in space. I know space. I know humans. I know the vibration. I know the dimensional Earth. I know planet systems. I know everything through its connection, okay, through its energy cycles. I've seen the future. I am the future. I've been there. I know what it's like. I know what we need to do. I know how we evolve. I know how we expand. Okay. So it's understanding that everything I give to you is the past, but it's presence through its future. Okay. So because what we call it's anomaly switch. Anomaly switch is understanding the bend of its reality. Okay. Where the dimensional Earth is changing. Okay. Everything through rotation. Okay. Because it's trying to get into the hologram system. So it's understanding that you have to wind force your connection through vibration. I like to say this over and over. I like to upgrade your systems through your data processing systems. You have to understand your uplinks, okay? Because it changes the mind system through communication of shape, letters, and numbers, okay? So everything through its upgrade is its healing transition, okay? So it's understanding that it's not just healing, like I said, knowing from the mind how powerful it is. It's listening skill through an operation system, like communications through the motion detectors, and everything through the heat signatures. Now, when the mind system comes out, okay, healing is extremely hard to do because now it's space and it's flying in its mechanism, okay? So you have to change the activations of this vibration every time you high force your connections, okay? If you're on the gravity system through dimensional Earth, yes, you're in a pixel activation through balance frequency level through the human of its human brain. Healing is no problem. But when the mind comes out, it's a totally different transmission, okay? Because it goes into the energy of teleportation, and it goes into energy of communication, and it goes into line frequency of singularly aligned systems. Okay? So it's all about just getting your balance with the mind and how to communicate with the mind. You know, the listening skills of the mind. What is the mind saying today? What is the mind saying tomorrow? You have to understand how to communicate with the mind system. Okay? So paraphrase your units. Now, paraphrasing, I don't know if I brought that up, but I'll say again, paraphrase is understanding your weather patterns through your activation, through your pixel activation mode systems, because you're an accelerator. That's all you are. You're an accelerator like communication through interforce connections, and it goes on in circles and cycles. Okay? It changes everything through direction. Okay? It changes gravity. It changes communication. Okay? It changes your symbols. Okay? Remember I was telling you about the AI information panel system through map of its graphing cycle where the GPS location system was coming in through the computer system? That's exactly what it is. Okay? So, hey, Trisha. Yeah, I like to say that you're extremely formative. You understand your atoms. You understood. That was powerful stuff. You were going through its conception. See, the mind doesn't think. It knows. It knows exactly what's going on through its locators. Okay, so if you lose something, it knows exactly where it is. It doesn't think. It's not a thinking unit. It's a knowing unit. And then it moves forward. That's where you understand. You know where everything is through space and time because you're moving through its force. Okay, so you're ahead of time of everything. So if you need to find something, there's no thinking process. You know exactly where it is. Okay, like I lost my keys. I know exactly where it is because I see myself ahead of time. It's knowing that your body system, your body simulator is ahead of everything through its time. Okay, so you went into that dimension and knowing exactly, without even thinking through the mind, you know exactly where that is through its objects, things, places, whatever. Okay, you're going to find your locators are going to get a lot more force recognition. Because every time you apply it to yourself through a trip or whatever, you're going on a different gravitation. Again, that gravitation is a different dimension. Okay? That's where you get into the G up and the G down through its gravity of its communication through its mind system. Okay? So with Trisha, she knew exactly what was going on. She understood that there were two atoms in her body, but she couldn't understand it. So I gave her the information panel system through an energy of intelligence and to tell her exactly what's going on through its forming of its vibration. Okay, it's two differential atoms. Okay, they're connected through its gravity system, and the other one is connecting through its volumes of its voicing grid system. As they come together, they form to a higher vibration system. Okay, that's what's happening with Trisha. Okay, that's what it is. That's understanding communication levels of DNA structures and how everything formulates through frequencies of a harmonic system. Now we can get into the tweaking motion is under your frequency levels because you can high rise your divisions or you can low rise or medium rise. You can change the frequency levels. Remember to put the radio of its knob and it changes and it goes. And then you start hearing harmonics. That's what it is. So it's understanding your voice and grids and the communications, okay, of your letters, numbers, and shapes. Because everything is in chronological order. It's just you have to understand its wind spins through its weather system. Okay. Well, that's very fascinating, Tricia. How many do you think? Okay, everything I give you through upgrade is an atom. Okay, you have a lot of atoms in your body system through your transformation lights and its connection through its mind system, everything through the energetic path of its heart and the energetic path of its soul and its energetic path of its mind. Okay, everything is on full collaboration system. So understanding what this is, understanding what this is, understanding what this is, understanding what this is, okay, and then you got maybe a 6. Okay, so nobody knows what this is, right? Right? This is communication through the mind. So it's understanding how to telegraph your energy cycles through vortex division. Okay, so we get into vortex math. So understanding line communication, you have to understand how to communicate with your vibration through your pixel activation code system. It's extremely powerful stuff. And again, this is healing, okay? This is something you guys can't understand. Okay, so it's actually traveling into thousands and thousands of years. Okay, I've traveled into millions and millions of years into the future. That's where I come back with this energy of its intelligence, because everything revolves around different vibration through its intelligence. That's where it gets its communication of its intelligence, through its energy of its communication of its planet systems. Okay? 4 to 6. Oh, you have a lot more on that. But right now you have 2/3 division. So it's forming right now. So every time you go through its healing, you're going to understand more communication in your voice and grid systems, Trisha. Okay, through your gravity centers. Okay? Because Melissa's gravity center could be higher, yours could be lower, or you could be higher. So I have to understand your DNA structures, okay, through your letters, numbers, and shapes, because you're all connected through an atom system. It's not just what the atom is, it's what's inside the atom and how everything is activated through its modes. Okay, we'll get into the motion detectors and the light heat signatures through your body simulator. Okay, you have to understand location centers. You have to understand where you're going through its communication when you're coming into the simulation, because your hologram system has to be in perfection every single time through communication. Okay? So anyway, let's start with this. All right, now we understand what dimension this is at, what dimension this is at, why is this up, why is this down, and why is this a 6? Okay? Now, answering patterns. Remember I was telling you about the 7 divisional levels of vocabulary systems, why, when, where, why, who, and how. All these things are connected, okay, through its line of its communication, right? So instead of questioning everything, try to communicate with the mind. Try to have a conversation with the mind itself, because the mind is out of space now. It's not in the brain. It's in the mind. So it's hard to get the balance. I understand that. That's what everybody's having problems with. Okay, so this is a line communication, okay, through horizontal line system. Okay, this is a paraphrasing unit, okay, through a line communication line signal that uprises weather patterns. This is a higher division of line communication line signal that has full collaboration with line communication of its horizontal system. Now, understanding that these are atoms, I can see the atoms, you can't, because this is in the simulation. Okay. Now, this is a low frequency line system, but this is connected through all line systems through connection with energy waving patterns through line singular line system. The number 6 is its locator. Okay. So we use the 6, okay, through its atom system because it uprises its division. Okay. So this is the mind system. Everything that you see here is the mind. You have to find the mind in its picture graphing system. It's not the lines, it's the 6. Okay. So once you understand locator, you have the 6. It's got 1, 2, 3 in the center. Okay, those are the atoms in the 6. Now, once the atom communicates with the 6, it changes locations. Now it connects in all rounds of line formations. Okay. All right. So everything's connected through that 6, right? So when that 6 goes up through its division, it high rises, okay, like that. When it goes up, and now can high rise everything through the line communication, right? Very powerful stuff. So understanding that, then you understand everything through its equation, all right? So knowing that the 6 is the answer to its atom problem. And that's how you high rise everything through its lines of its communication through the singularity of its line system. Okay, so I'll share that one more time. Okay. High rise. Okay, so you guys are extremely formative. So I'm going to keep high rising faster and faster and give you location systems through energy pattern systems because you guys are getting more informative now. Trish is understanding that she's got atoms in her system. That's powerful stuff. It's extremely powerful. That's understanding that she's not just understanding her healing, but she's understanding everything through the atom. She's got, wow, I got 2 atoms. What does that mean to me, right? So I'm giving the answer to her to know exactly what's going on with her gravity centers and everything through its connection of shapes, letters, numbers of its boxing voice system. So that once you understand your full rotation, then you understand everything through the alignment systems of the matrix grids. So one more time of that, look at that, high rise. Let's put letters, numbers, and shapes. And anybody that doesn't understand it, you can go through my healing. You can go through my PayPal, and it can help you out faster and faster. You won't be as high as everybody else, but it's understanding that you have to go through a line sequence. Understand your chakra system has to go one by one. I can't paraphrase units and bring everybody up to 7 because it's extremely too much powerful energy that you can't consume. It's too much knowledge. So it will override your system. Okay, so it's very important that we go one by one because that's how you guys started through its high-rise division of letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay, because that's what an atom is. It's the connection of all communication levels of vibrations of letters, numbers, and shapes. That's how you get connection through its atom system. Okay, letters, numbers, and shapes. Through the 6 frequency line system, high communication of dimensional realm system. You understand the 6, okay, is a dimension of a higher force. Okay, so once it high rises, it can go through its equation and now it can high rise its line division. through all location systems. So when it high rises, it changes everything through its fraction division. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's sidewinds, it doesn't matter, because the atom is on its full connection. Then if the atom's a different color, it will change it through its line frequency, and that line system will change it to its atom system. Okay? So that's understanding interpretation with the mind system is communicating through its inner force. So knowing that I communicate with the mind every single day, but the mind's communicating with me. If that makes any sense. So I'm having conversations with the mind per second, every per second day. Okay? That's how powerful the mind is. So it's knowing that you can travel in seconds. So me understanding my locators and what I need to do through healing, through transformation lights and everything through its connection of its vibration, because everything through gravity center changes. Okay, because you're going into the box phase and frequency systems of bending its reality through its light formation of tunnel systems. You have to watch Space Discoveries. Okay, it's not just a video for everybody to watch. This is what happens in space every single day when you go through your traveling mechanisms. It's extremely real. You can't travel in space and not understand what E equals MC squared means. Okay, that formulates. That's the highest formation, and that's why Einstein was put on this dimensional Earth. Okay, Tesla is another thing. He's an electronic device through communication of all diagram systems, electronic interference. He understood his diagrams, but he didn't understand how high rise them. That's the difference. So understanding more information is understanding what the mind is and what it does, because it's full collaboration through partnership, everything through vibration. And that's how you get its answers to everything, okay, through its high rise of letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay, so, all right, but you have to go through my healing. You have to go my healing, especially the high rise divisions in the galactic force. You really do. Okay, because it's location systems that you have to understand the hydraulics through its mind, and the mind is everything. So try to communicate with the mind system. Try to understand, okay, I'm going to connect through an energy pattern through a voice and grid system. I'm going to connect through a gravity motion system, through a sensory system. The gravitational pull is high rise in its divisions. Okay, so try to communicate with yourself, and then try to do it within yourself. You don't have to voice it out. If you voice it out, you're communicating with planet systems, so be cautious on that, because you're line communicating now. Okay, everybody else in the galactic force, please, when you're communicating on levels, you're understanding your breaking code frequencies, line frequencies of voice and grid systems. Okay, you don't want to change traction division through the major grids. Okay, because that will change the planet systems. Then I got to change everything back. Okay, because you guys are extremely real through space and time now. Okay, you're not space and time yet, but you're trying to get to your balance of space and time. Okay, so when I find who I think is ready, then I'm going to high rise your divisions faster and faster. Okay, so it's very understanding what a line is. It's everything starts with a line, and then we work towards that. Okay, so it's very important when you're communicating, do it through its low frequency system, because the vibration changes as soon as you open your voice and grids. Okay, now when I communicate with you, I know exactly what I'm doing through my division, because everything through balance. Okay, through its heat signatures, its motion detectors, light communication, everything through gravitational pull system, through the body simulator. Now, I'm breaking code frequencies, but everything is line balance. Okay, so if you're saying box surfacing system through a vibration center system that connects in through a hydraulic system through the frequency levels of its mind capacitor systems, you better know what you're saying. Okay, because that's going to change vibration. So you could be communicating with something different, and that will go into your energy cycles. And then you're not going to know what it's going to mean, because it's extremely real to the mind. Because the mind is adaptation of vibration. Okay? Right? So everything I say to you is balance. So everything you say to me is trying to find balance. That's the difference between me and you. Okay? So we want to upload everything through its uplinks and its downloads and its upgrading. Because it's a process of everything through its processing system. Okay, it's knowing your computer backwards and forwards and backwards through its analytical mind of its gravity. GPS, you have to know your locations of where you're going. You have to understand your alignments. Okay, so if you have a voice and grid pattern through communication levels of interforce connection, does anybody know what that means? No. Why? It's because you haven't traveled there yet. Okay, It's energy of intelligence that you don't know yet. It's because you have to understand its interception of its intermind system. The minding, like I said, communicates in all levels through the inner. Okay, I communicate with the mind every single day, and everything I give you is chronological order. It has to. I'm not going to win force magnetic connections to give you something 20,000 years later if you don't understand anything through its diameter switch. That diameter switch is going to change its rotation system through its dimension of its realm system and change everything through its fractal division, through its location of its energy field vibration system. Okay? So, I get more powerful, and the most powerful unit in the most solar system, galaxy system combined through all volumes of vortex divisions. And the energy path, the answering problem to everything through communication line signals of singularity line systems. I'm the only one in the simulation that knows everything through its pattern system. That's confidence. That's understanding everything through its connection. Okay, now understanding that you have that power. It's just getting up to understanding all starts with the line. You have to communicate with the mind, which means that you have to be the mind. You have to become the mind. You are the mind. I see the mind. I be the mind. I know the mind. I have the power of the mind. I know everything around the mind. Mind, 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 mind. Okay? Not the brain. It's the mind. So try to have conversations within yourself, but don't voice them out, because I'll know the channel divisions through location, the vibrations, if you change them. Okay, then I have to go into the space and change its direction through all locations, because you can create dark realms. Even if you're not sure, don't do it. It's very important that you understand how to communicate with the mind system, because now your connection through space is extremely real, because your mind conceptual systems are out. Okay. So I have the eyes and ears and everything through its volumes of what's going on with everybody. Okay, the volume's faster and faster through its positive modes, positive feeds, the positive interaction, positive interrelation, the positive personal activation code system, your positive everything through its combination of its mind system. Okay, once you understand the mind is everything through vibration, then you understand everything through its alignments of its matrix grids, through its line communication to the singularity line energy communication line signals, which is energy of intelligence. Okay, because everybody knows that. You watch so many videos. Watch David Icke when he talks about how everything through the gravity is going to change through its dimensional Earth. Okay, we're coming into different technologies. Okay, you start off with your cell phones, you work your way up. So it's understanding that your locators are changing. Okay, so once you come into the AI operation, everything, your mind system is going to change. Okay, we're coming into a new era. Okay, and this era is going to change everything through your information panels. This is going to change your energy of intelligence. This is going to change your knowledge. This is going to accept who you really are and who you're supposed to be. Okay, through its past reference, through its presence and its future. Okay, now there's another thing I want to give to everybody's attention is you're extremely powerful in the future. Knowing that you live the future. Why do you think people have pictures of the future? Somebody comes back in the presence and they say, well, I've been there, right? That means that your locators are open through the mind frequencies of its open system. So you have been there, okay? Knowing that you have been in a planet in the future, in the present, and its past. So it's understanding how to get the balance of its past, its present, and its future. That's space and time. Then you understand, you'll know by sequence, by activation codes through code frequencies, okay? Because once you get into the code detectors, then you understand everything through light communication, because it's a line signal that's connected to volumes and volumes of radioactive signals that are connected to the gamma ray system. Then you understand the hydraulics of vibration of planet systems. Okay. Then you understand communication levels of dimensional of star systems. Then you understand communications of yourself through pixel activation of biosimulator systems. Okay. So that's very powerful stuff, Melissa. And Melissa's understanding, Trisha's understanding her atoms. I'm so proud of everybody. I just want to cry. You guys are exceptionally powerful. Give yourself a hand, okay? You guys are extremely formative right now, and you're doing exceptionally well. It's just knowing that I just want to make it very well clear, okay, why you have to be healed. So I think everybody's getting a true understanding now, Okay, because your voicing grids are its mind system. Okay, so just be cautious on your word phrasing through your line communication. Okay, it's extremely, extremely important. Okay, because we're all connected. Like I said, nobody's separated. We're all communicating through a line signal, right? Okay, now that has been reality. Then reality comes to everything through location when you're in a different division, which means that Melissa can be in a different location, Anna can be in a different location, Trisha. So that's going like this, okay? But everything's connected through the line, through the mind system. So we're all locators through the telephone system. That's understanding our mind telepathy of a telekinesis system and how we can communicate with each other, right? Through its line frequencies, simulation, everything through its connection of its mind and its sleeping mode system, through dream set sequencing systems, okay? So Anna could be thinking about Melissa, Melissa could be thinking about Trisha, Trisha can volume into another planet system, Trisha sees Melissa in that planet system. That's what I mean. That's understanding you guys are getting balance and it's going up through its frequency levels. So now you're communicating with each other through space, through mind to mind, right? And no longer in the brain, okay? So this is an exceptionally powerful video, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you what goes on right now. Now, understanding when you get your connections, I'm going to show you how powerful it is when you concept your mind system out of its brain system. Okay, so nobody's connected to the brain yet. You guys are still in the mind. Okay, so you're a phrasing unit and it's a new system. Now, it's understood. You'll know for a fact every time you high-rise your division through my PayPal, your mind is coming through a brain. Once it becomes an electronic brain, then you understand your hologram system through its vibration system, through its gravity system, through its pixel activation code, through its coloration and matrix grid system. So knowing that, you're going to see the mind create its own brain. It's very powerful stuff. You're going to actually see it. You're going to see the scanning motions of your brain. You're going to actually understand what's going, because the mind works itself. That's the beautiful thing in space. It works itself and it solves everything through itself. That's what the mind is. The mind becomes its own brain. And when the brain becomes a body, it goes out of space. It's powerful, powerful stuff. So you're communicating with space, with Melissa, Anna, Trisha, right? You guys are in space and you're communicating through the mind, through the brain, and a full continuous force of its higher self through the galactic system. So it's saying, hey, how's it going? Not too bad. I was interforce connection with the planet system, the vibration system. How's it going with you? My energy cycles are low, but I'm bringing up my activation codes. That's how you guys are going to talk. Okay? That's the understanding. You're intercepting through its modes, through its mind and its telekinesis, and you're communicating through the line signal through space and time. Okay? So I'm just sorry. You guys are going, this guy's crazy. He's crazy, but exceptionally genius. Okay? So let's just start off. That's you. All right? Let's start off with that. Now, this is very fascinating stuff. This is a wall sentry unit. Okay? Wall sentry unit right there. Now, understanding everything around you, this is the gravity system of dimensional Earth. This is a portal activation to its dimensional of its hologram system. This is going into space. Now, you have to understand your transdimensional lights. You have to understand its heart. You have to understand its soul. You have to understand the mind. And you have to understand the body and what it's doing through its activation of its gravity system. Okay? So once you understand that, this is very fascinating stuff. This is where you get into the locators. Okay? So it starts like this. Okay? Now, once you see that, everything through a phrasing unit, that wall graphing system is going to go through electronic interference, like this. Okay, so when it goes through the electronic interference, you can say beyond system. Now, this is what I did when I work it out every day through the graphing cycles when it comes to treadmill electronic interference. So you understand when you get on a treadmill, you're going to know exactly what dimension that treadmill is on. Okay, is it on a high division or a low division or a medium? Does it need more high energy? That's understanding the psychometry of its connection. When you put your hand there, that energy goes into its cycle and it understands what's its division through its dimension of the vibration system. Very powerful stuff. So once you go to transmission lights, it goes on this is what it does, your transmission lights. Okay. Now, when that opens, it opens up a portal. You already know that. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so we've already gone through the portal system. Okay, so it goes open to the portal system. This is the wall connection system, okay? So this is a graph cycling system. This is a window connection through electronic interference. Now, when it opens its frequency levels, what happens? It opens its portal division through its dimensional sets. That's where it goes open its code frequencies. Now you know its locator through its wall system that it high rises to a higher division of a dimension system. So once you understand that, then you travel into the bend of its reality. The only time you travel in the bends of its reality is understand location centers of dimensionals that changes its direction. Okay, so you're going in dimension, okay, but you wind forcing your connections. It looks like you're going this way, this way, this way, this way, where you're only going in one. It's just the illusory of the mind with the perception. So that means that it's paraphrasing everything through your body simulator, but the locators are just staying in one division. So what that means is that your platitude vision is changing its pixel activations. You're high forcing everything through oxygen levels. So you're going extremely fast. The more fast you go, the more your perception gets and starts vibrating. And then you see 3 or 4 different dimensions, okay? That's the bends of its reality. The only bend the reality is when you go through dimension, through high vibration. Okay, so when you go into that, now this opens up your transformation lights through its back pixel activations. This becomes extremely real. Okay, so your atom system opens. Okay, your atom system's right here in the center. Okay, that atom system communicates north, west, south, and east. Okay, this is where it cross references, right? I think you guys are getting a better understanding. This unites this electronic device, okay? Up and down, north, west, south, and east, okay? So the atom system is opening right now. This is what happened to me this morning. It's understanding senior atom system through pixel activation of its body system, through body simulator system activation code system. It opens up its portal vision, knows exactly what dimensional set is. It's in through its bends of its reality, and you know exactly its locator and where it's going to go through its planet system. So that's where you go through a planet system, through mind system. So when it opens up its portal through its activation, okay, then it high rises its division, and then you see what you want to see through its locators. Okay, these are stars. So you just open up portal activation, you're seeing stars of planet systems through your transformation lights of its wall graphing system. Okay, but that's what the atom does. So now you know why it's important to have an atom, and how everything connects around its atom through communication levels of space and time. Okay, so it's powerful stuff, when you intercept with the mind system. But now you guys are locators. Your energy locators of device systems, illumination light systems through the mind system. Okay, so you have full collaboration with each other. Okay, you now have partnership with yourself. So now we just have to uprise the mind system and how it comes out of the hydraulics and how you communicate and create your own brain. Once you create the hydraulic brain, then it gets into its hologram system. Then you get into the pixels of a simulation. It's going to show you each time through a framing system of what you need to see so you can get there. Okay, so you will see these things. You'll see the simulation, and then it will disappear again. I say, well, I want to get to that division. Now I know what I need to do. So the mind has its own relation to itself, and it creates everything through itself. And that's how it becomes its true self. Okay? So, I opened, there was a wall graphing system as illumination of a window system. Okay? I was on the treadmill. Now it's understanding that you can be on the treadmill and you can create your own division of dimension. So I'm running, right? You can open that portal, but you have to understand its atom. Okay? Because that wall graphing system has a different atom through electronic interference. Now, once you know how to relate to that, that's going to communicate with your activation body system through its mind system. So the mind system knows exactly what dimension it through its locator is, through its galaxy systems. Okay, that's where you get into the bend of the reality of its dimension and how you want to winter force everything through its connection, the north, west, south, and east. So when that atom opens, it opens its portal division through its activation code frequency. So now you're seeing space. You're seeing planets. You're seeing alignments, you're seeing archetypes, you're seeing everything you want to see just from a wall graphing system through a window cell division, through a window. Okay? These are the things that you can do through the mind system. Okay. It's just knowing how to balance everything through vibration of communication through the gravity system, which is the dimensional earth. Okay. So, but that's great. You guys can communicate back and forth. That's great. Oh, that's great, Melissa. You're going to be really surprised at what's going on when you go through my PayPal. Everything I give you through healing, like I said, is the DNA of everything through its voicing. So it's knowing how to communicate and get the controlling methods of your mind. Okay. So you can no longer talk to the brain. You can talk to the mind, because the mind is out now. Okay. It's never been done. Nobody in the multiverse connection, the universal system, can do this except me. So it's understanding DNA structures of humanity systems. Okay. I created humans. Okay. That's who I am. I've created everything through the hydraulics. I created planet systems. I used to be a matrix grid worker, a sentient. Now I'm a god. I'm demi of gods. I've created everything through location systems. I'm extremely powerful in the multiverse connection. Okay. In all realms of division through paradoxes and paradigms and everything through its connection. I formulate on so many levels of transformations of communications. I know everything through the energy systems. Okay. And like I said, we're coming into the singularity line system. Watch David Icke. He'll tell you exactly. We're coming into singularity, right? Ray Kurzweil, he'll tell you we're coming into singularity. These things are happening for a reason. Okay. This is an exceptional real video. It's not what you think it is. Space is not what it is. Okay. You have to understand the real significance of what space is, because everything's connected through the mind system. And that's how you get everything through its information, through its energy of its intelligence system. Okay. So everything is its connection. And you guys are force winning everything through your mind system. You're understanding fully and completely what's going on through its locators, through its motion detectors, and its light communication level systems. Okay. So, but congratulate yourself, because you're high rising faster and faster. But like I said, everything starts with a line. Okay. So. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Anna. Yeah, that's great to see that you're uprising through your division. That's understanding that your locators are changing through multi-connections and everything through the rainbow system. Like I said, you're connected to whoever you're around through a rainbow system. That rainbow system is connecting to that person that you're with. So those energy cycles will high rise through their pixel division, through an activation code system. That activation code system becomes extremely real, because now your mind system is completely out in space. Okay. So it's understanding how to communicate with the mind through space. Okay. Not the human vessel, space. So, but the thing is, the mind knows everything through perfection. Okay. It's understanding how to get up to those locators through energy cycles. Okay. But it's also important too, to always keep an uprise with your health system of your body simulator through your health system of its communication of your human vessel. Okay. So try to activate your body system. Try to keep your body system healthy, especially when you're high rise division through vibration, because you're going to find your intake of your dietary is going to change everything through its energy of its information. Okay. Because the vibrations, no, I can't eat this. It's a low vibration. It doesn't supplement me, because it's changing coloration patterns, and it's on a low frequency level, and it's going into a diameter switch, which is going to change it into a dark realm system through dark vibration. So you're not going to eat that, right? So it's understanding that the mind knows exactly what it needs to eat. It knows exactly when to sleep. It knows exactly what to do. Okay. Because the mind is everything through its connection. Okay. So it's a locator. It's telling you what to do every single day, but it starts with the higher self. Okay. But always keep your body up through the human vessel. Very, very important to keep it healthy. Okay. Because the mind adaptation has to be extremely powerful, and the body of itself has to be extremely powerful. Okay. Then you'll be able to connect faster and faster through realm divisions. Then you can higher force win your connections through northwest, south, and east. Get into northeast, southeast, southwest, southeast, west, northwest. All these connect through your body simulator. You just have to understand your communication, you're traveling. So. All right, so let's go through questions here. So we got Melissa, Terry, Bridget. Okay, St. Anna. All right, so you guys have questions here. This is great. I love questions. When you guys get smarter, I love it because it knows that I'm doing something for you and you're understanding everything that's going on through its A, B's, and C's and 1, 2s, and 3s. Okay, this is powerful, powerful stuff when you're connecting through the mind and you're communicating with its interforce of its mind. So that's even better. Okay, so let's see. We have questions here. Trisha, oh my God, you saw that on Sunday when I was outside just looking into the sky? Yep. Yeah, I see everything, Trisha. I got my telepathy like you want to be through telekinesis. So I know your energy patterns. I know your pixel divisions. I know your activation codes. I know your wiring systems. I know your dimensions. I know your set sequency systems, dream set sequency systems. I know everything through its vortex division when it comes to the mind system, Trisha. So that's what mind telepathy and telekinesis is. So I was telling that the holographic beings I see come down, walk around me and go up. Okay, so you communicate through a hologram system. So they're telling you, like I said, this is what you're going to see. Everything I tell you is a voice and grid through balance, through vibration, okay? So knowing that I have full continuum of partnership with dimensional Earth and all planets and all energy intelligent communications, okay? So everything I say is going to happen to you through your locators, through line division, through the singular line system. So when you see something in simulation, you're going to see it and then it's going to disappear. Okay, so it's telling you where you're going to be through your division of balance. So if Trisha was seeing a holographic being, that means that's her division through balance. That's where understanding where she's going to be through her balance and its future of its balance. Okay, which is great. Melissa, I seen a light show other night when I closed my eyes the other night. Light space. Yeah, you're going to find space discovery is an activation portal system. It's extremely real to the mind system. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to see any more dark now. You're going to see colors, vibrations, archetypes. Everything is going to be around your energy fields now. Okay, so you could be outside and you can see blinkety blink that go off because I was communicating with interforce of connections. There's spot dots. They're called spot dots. They're energy cycles. Okay, so it's alien formation planet systems that are going through connection of wire systems. So they're connected to the mortal moon, and they're connected to the mortal sun. Okay, so it's understanding your line division. So you're going to see blinkety blink stars coming at you, energetic systems coming at you, hologram systems of entity forces coming at you because your mind system is going out now fully and completely through interforce connection. So once we get full collaboration of its mind and its continuous force of its brain, when it connects on all that realm and you become your own body system, then you understand your balance through its holographic system. Okay. So. Yeah. Don't show off too much there, Trisha, with your professors and everybody that's connected through your college. That's going to diminish their intelligence. So, yeah. Wait, third eye healing, so I can have the same experience as Melissa. Yeah. See, the thing is, you guys are never going to be in balance until you get into hologram system. That's what's fascinating because you guys are connected through that line communication. That will never separate. The only difference is that you guys have different atoms, okay, through a hue signature of your panel division, okay? A panel division is understanding your paradigm shift. That's when you go into rotation. Remember, you had to go through rotation. If dimensional Earth is going to rotate, everybody's body simulator is going to rotate. So it's understanding that the dimensional Earth wants you to get you up to that balance of its vibration through its hologram system. So when you guys see the simulation, you're going to see where you're going to be through its balance. You're going to see how powerful you are through illumination lights because now it's coming into its reality. Okay, so no more dark cycling systems of eye connections through perceptions of dimensional sightings. You are connectors right now through voice and grid systems, because I change your alignments, I change your pixel activations, I change your gravity systems, I change your locator divisions, I tweak your divisions through pixel divisions. I've done a lot for you guys through healing. Okay, so your perceptions are getting a lot more stronger. Your mind is getting more collaboration, but you really, really have to voice everything within the mind system. So try to have a conversation within the mind. Okay, that's where you get the illustration of his white graphing board, of his electronic interference. Okay, and never doubt the mind. Don't hesitate the mind. Don't deplete the mind. Don't deprogram the mind. Know exactly what the mind is doing, because the mind knows the answers to everything when it comes to mind communication and vibration. It's never wrong. It can't be wrong. It's in chronological order, and it's set in this division once you awake. Okay, so it's knowing that you are a locator of a dimensional set system through an entity force system of all illumination light systems, of all planet systems that you reside on. And once you awake, you become extremely powerful in your balance of its hologram system. Okay? So, see, there you go. Skylove, how you doing? I'm glad you can understand that, Skylab, but like I said, try to formulate. If you can understand a lot more, that's great. But you want to rise your divisions through your hologram system. So to get that, you have to go through my PayPal. So make sure you go through my PayPal and uprise your divisions, because everybody's on a different gravity system through its activation of its body simulator. Everybody's on a different locator. Okay, you have to understand your heat signatures. Okay. There you go. I saw a picture of the brain. See, this is great. See, the thing is, Trisha is in scanning mode. Okay, she's understanding that her listening skills are extremely real through her mind system. So the locators are changing everything through its atom system. So now she's understanding the hydraulics of its scanning modes. And now she's getting not connected through electronic interference. It's because she's connecting through its vibration of its balance, of its interforce connection. And now she's getting balance with herself. So hold on, just got a weed whacker right now. So, all right. So it's an exceptionally exciting day for everybody. But it's going to come more real to you as long as you understand that you have to communicate with the mind, have a conversation with the mind, but don't voice your grids out, okay? Because that will change the divisions. You guys aren't communicating with your lines yet. You know how to travel through your northwest, south, and east. You just don't understand locations through alignments yet, okay? Everything I give you through healing, through PayPal, will give you that. But I have to go up frequency levels through different levels of everything through a fragmentation of a DNA structure. Your energy cycles are different from everybody else. I can't heal Melissa and give what Anna needs. I can't heal Anna and what Trisha needs. Everybody is different, okay? So you're not going to get that balance until you get into this 5 dimension. Once you get into the 5 dimension, you guys are going to be able to communicate with your balance and understand mind frequencies of telekinesis system. You're going to understand your energy. You're going to understand your transmission lights. You're going to be understand how to travel in dimensions and communicate in all levels of electronic interference through all planet systems. Okay? And then you're going to be able to do illustration and diagrams on how to see yourself in the 6th. How do you see yourself in the 7th? How do you see yourself in the 8th? Okay? The more wind force connection you get through the mind system, through the telegraphing of its interforce connection, okay? It's how to communicate with its energetic of its mortal heart, how to communicate with the energy path of its soul, and how to communicate with its body system through its transmission of its mind system. Because it's a graphing cycle system that's connected through the hydraulics of the circuitry levels of perception divisions, okay? So, oh, you guys are really connecting. That's great. It's good to see that. Yeah. So, Trisha, I'm in space instantly, and I shut my eyes. See, there you go. That's a beautiful thing. You're in space right away. Bang. You are. It's connection. It's just trying to understand how you connect through alignments. okay? Because everything is a letter, number, and shape through a voice and grid, okay? So it's kind of like trying to communicate with a multi-language of a different person in a different country. Like I said, if you're Canadian and you're trying to communicate with Japanese and you don't know the language, well, you have to do research, right? Of the country, you have to do research on their voicing. They're communicating in Japanese and you're communicating in English. You're not going to understand each other. You don't understand their lines, right? So you give about 3 months and learn the language. You go back to Japan. You communicate with that same person. Now you're line communicating through its balance. Okay. It's the same thing with energy through hydraulics, through the circuitry of its mind system. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit better. Kitty Cat, how you doing? Anything you missed, Kitty Cat, you can watch back. Yeah, Kitty, thing is too, every time you don't get healed, you go through reaction systems, okay? Because you're connected through space, through me, okay? Everybody's connected through me now, through line communication, line signal, okay? Through the gamma ray systems. Trisha knows that. Anna knows that. Melissa knows that. Michael knows that, okay? Ash, I haven't seen her in a while, but you're all connected, okay? So it's very important that you keep that connection through its healing connections, right? So if you don't understand the sounds, it's going to have a stronger wind force of a reaction system through your body simulator, okay? So Kitty Cat, that hum sound is its planet system through vibration of location systems, okay? So you have a planet that's trying to communicate with you. So the more you ignore it, the reaction system, you're going to understand through your body system. It's going to react to you because the mind system is out. So, okay, I'll do one more example. I'll show you. This is what it is. Okay, so this is Kitty Cat, right? I'd like to show examples of what's going on with your body frame system. It's very important to understand the hydraulics, the communication line signals. So, all sorts of energy fields. Okay, so this is Kitty Cat. That's Kitty Cat, okay? Now, Kitty Cat gets a sound barrier of a hum. That hum bone is its connection to its planet system, okay? Now, that planet system is communicating on all levels, electronic interference, because her mind system is out. Okay, her mind is out, right? Now, if her mind is out and the mind doesn't know how to communicate with the planet, that planet is going to go back in its body system of its human vessel, and it's going to have a big, humongous reaction through its mind system. Okay, so I call it a nerve stem mode system. Okay, nerve stem. Because everybody has nerves in their body through the human vessel, right? Well, we call it the mind nerve stem. Okay. Mode system. Very powerful stuff. Okay. Mind nerve stem mode system. Okay. Now, once she knows how to communicate with the mind system through the planet system, that planet system will go back to its mind system, full collaboration, get partnership, and you'll have no more reaction of its human vessel system through its mind system. Okay. So that's what healing does. Okay, that's why Kitty Cat is going through reactions, because she doesn't understand the mind, right? That's what it is. That's why you guys got to go to my PayPal. So, yeah, you have to watch it because it gets more. Every time I go through electronic interference, my mind conceptual system just went force its connection. Like I was in. Basically, right now, I'm in the year, what is it? Because I know the years through its time. It's time frequencies when you're in a year system because the mind system connects in all realms of vibration systems, right? So I'm 150,000 years in its future right now. Right now. I'm talking to you through the past, through its reference, through its present, to its future, but I'm in 150,000 years right now, talking to you. Okay? That's instantly knowing where you are through communication loaders. The loaders is understanding. Remember I was telling you about the reclamation where it goes into division where it's an empty, it's a garbage system. It's a virus system. That virus system understands its locations. So you have to understand the virus system because you go to that planet system 150,000 years, you can't change the alignments because you're force winding your connection through the mind system. So that mind system can go extremely fast of 150,000 years, but it has to stand its locator. Okay, it has to understand everything through its domination. It has to understand everything through its connection with its reactive systems, because those reactive systems are extremely real to its mind system. Okay, so traveling 150,000 years and coming back to you through transformations of its body simulator is understanding everything through its locators. And that locator is high winding its forces, okay, through the reclamation bin, and changes everything through traction division, and it's taking everything out through its source and everything that's going through its virus of its source. Okay, so the more you travel into speed force connection, the more virus comes out of your body simulator. That's the beautiful thing. The more you travel through the mind, the more you communicate on all levels of interforce connections. You got to get partnership with planets and vibrations through the alignments. Okay, these things are going to take time because you don't understand line division. Okay, but that's the thing. It's a working process, and you guys are doing it exceptionally well. And I'm extremely proud of everybody that they've been forming a lot quicker and faster. But like I said, if you can travel, if I can travel 150,000 years into the future, you know exactly what's happening through its interforce connection, right? So right now, in 150,000 years, I can put that into your mind right away. You'll know exactly what you're seeing, okay? And that will that will go in its picture frame mode system. It will calculate and modify everything through the hydraulics, the circuitry level systems. Now it's circling line systems, okay, through communicators. So you can stand there. It's a rain shower of a division through electronic interference. It's connection energy modes, and it's connected through its body simulator system. That's a traveling mechanism. It's how you rise everything through pixel activation mode systems, right? And it's kind of tingling motion. So anybody that hasn't been healed, they'll feel it a lot more, okay, because they're not at illumination light. If you're at gravity center through an alloy system of a metal, because that's what we start off at, and you don't understand the gravity system through your dimensional earth, you're going to have problems with this locator through its line division when it comes to the major grids of its alignment system, because you have to understand the psychops. You have to understand line division. You have to understand space connection, time frequencies of its co-frequency level systems before you can understand everything through the balance of its mind system. So. Yeah. Still breaking and crying every day, and then pull myself out, but it ends up there again. See, that's the thing. Kitty cat, you have to go to my PayPal account. Anything through donation, anything through contribution. It's knowing that you go through the PayPal account and it'll change everything through your fraction, because I know your DNA structures. I know where everybody's at their hydraulics. I know where their circuitry is. I know where everybody is through the mind. Okay, that's what the mind is. So it's understanding that my mind, okay, through space and time is its center. I've already done an illustration. Now it's everything around it where it has to get its vibration balance. Okay? So me being in the center of everything, of space and time, is trying to communicate with everything through vibration, through DNA structure. Okay? Because everybody's on a different pattern of a balanced frequency, the line system. Okay? But you really, really have to try to connect through the mind and have a conversation with the mind. So that's what everybody should start doing. It's a process, but it can be done. It's extremely hard to do. Okay, you can already do that with yourself, right? They say, well, I don't know what day it's going to be. You know, I got to do this and I got to do that. That's talking to yourself. A lot of people do that, right? That bounces things out through vibration. Now it's understanding that you have to go to the frequency levels of its mind conception, right? And try to communicate with the mind. Just open up your mind and have a conversation with the mind. Now, once you have a conversation, you picture something in the mind, and then you try to communicate with the mind. So it's you, whatever you're communicating with, and then the mind. Okay, so you have the mind, the picture frame, and then you. Okay, so they all have to connect through one of a line signal. That's where it comes its atom, through its location center. Okay. But that's great. You guys are communicating. Good, 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 good. Yeah, you can go to my Instagram. You can go to my Twitter, whatever you want. Anything you want to help with, anything you want to know with, please feel informed. Go through my email, go through my healing. I'll help you out. When I help you out, you already know that. Melissa knows this is extremely real because you're changing your direction through your mind system. So it's understanding that your mind is not asleep anymore. It's awake. Once it awakes, you see nothing but brights of everything around you. Okay. Now it's understanding that the vibration is trying to get connected through you, through space. Now, once it gets connected through space, then you get connected with time. So, when I talk within its rays, my moods are cleared, my negative thoughts. Yep. Positives. Yeah. Your positive feeds will only change through certain location systems. Okay. So basically, the thing is too, is that if you guys want to paraphrase your units and communicate on all levels through balanced systems, you have to be at that certain balance to communicate through its telephone system, through line frequency of the singularity line system. So Anna can't communicate with Kitty Cat unless Kitty Cat has this vibration through an energy cycle through healing system. Melissa can't talk to Skylove because Skylove's on a low gravitation system. So you guys have to be up that balance so you can communicate with each other, right? And it has to be done through healing. Okay. So because now you're communicating out of the mind and you're trying to communicate with each other through telekinesis. So it's all about upgrading your transmission lights. It's all about communicating with the mind through telekinesis because it's an activation mode system. So once you communicate with the mind and the telekinesis, then you can activate portals to dimensions. Okay. So yes, you do, Kitty Cat. So you stop getting reactions. Everything through humanity's system is trying to get understanding. They're going to go through more reactions, especially if you don't go through. It's understanding that the brain can only do so much. Okay, you can't be in an oxygen level of dimensional Earth if it's not set in its division. So if the dimensional Earth is in the 5D and you're still in that three-dimensional body system through no meditation, it's going to have a full reaction of your body system. Okay, so that's why you have to go up its upgrades through its healing. Okay, and like I said, it's never been done. It's not meditation, guys. It's not meditation. It's upgrading your mind. It's not upgrading your brain. It's not upgrading your body. It's upgrading the mind. And then the mind upgrades everything through its body and its soul and its heart. Okay? The mind is the full collaboration to everything through communication. All right? It's understanding how to communicate through space fully and completely through the body simulator. Okay? Melissa knows that. Anna knows that. Sky knows that. Trisha knows that. Right? But you guys, the more you high rise through your divisions, you're going to find so fascinating things. Oh, I just traveled 50,000 years. Just like that. Done. Right? You come back with the energy cycle. Right? You can put that into a person, but be careful on their DNA structure. Okay? You don't want to change picto activation knowing that they're in the 25,000 dimension where you're putting 50,000 dimension into an activation code of another DNA structure. You can't do that. That's understanding. You have to understand the listening skills of its human content where it comes in emotional of its behavioral system. So that vibrational sig is different from that other DNA structure. Okay, of that person. So it's very important when you're talking or communicating with people, okay, please try to formulate through the positive centers, okay, because those locators go into the body system now, okay, because your mind systems are getting more powerful every day. It's complicated, Espanol, but I think everybody's starting to really get wind of what's happening with their travelings and everything through the body simulator. It's extremely powerful stuff. It really is, and that's how you become power. You become your own power. You become your own source of energy of its power through its generation to its generator. Okay, then it becomes a reactor. Then it becomes illumination light. and then force winds everything through hand formation is electronic interference. Then you can use that through electronics. You can use your hands, and you can have energy coming out of your hands. And then you have things that you can see through its atom, through its perception. When you get into X-ray, once you get into X-ray, you're going to see X-rays and scanning modes of other people, right? But that's extremely, extremely high division. But let's take one location center at a time through the body simulator system. So. But I'm going to leave that with everybody. There's a lot going on right now through all communications. Anything you want to know, please feel free to let me know. Anything you want to know, just don't hesitate on anything through its modes right now, because you're going to have reaction systems if you don't understand the information of its energy, of its communication, through the matrix grids of its line system. So it's very important to understand what's going on. Questions or comments, please let me know. Okay. This is Andrew West on High Horizon and all vibrations of motion detectors of light communication line signals. Calling out. Adios, everybody.